Here's a Honeywell air filter. I've had this for probably over a year now, and it's always worked very well until recently it's developed an annoying rattling sound. It's been intermittent, so I don't know if it'll do it now or not, but there it goes. Don't know what that is. I'm hoping it's just a fan blade is coming loose. I don't know how well you can hear it in the video. But it's really annoying, especially when you're trying to sleep or do work or something. So I'm going to open it up and see if I can figure out what that sound is. Definitely just sounds like the fan is hitting something. I can't see anything blatantly obvious, but take a look and see what we can find. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is just take the back cover off here. This is the carbon filter. It probably should be clean, but did that a few weeks ago. It gets dirty fast. I'm going to take out these HEPA filters here. I guess they're called HEPA filters. I don't know what these are. These are a sketchy electrostatic kind of thingies. I don't know. Don't really understand how those work, but I don't really care as long as it cleans the air. That's end result. Alright, let me turn it on again and see if we still get that noise without the filters. Yes. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to start by removing these top screws here and see if that gets us anywhere, and then we'll have to go from there. Okay, there's also some screws up here on the top that I got to take out. This isn't coming real loose, so I have to try some other screws. All that did was take off the handle. I don't really think that did any good. I'm going to try these screws in there now. Right there, and right there, and then some down there. Hopefully those will give me some more removal ability. Now, it looks like somebody doesn't want you to get into this because it's got two strange screws. I can't figure out the heck kind of a screw that is. Looks like almost a 6 wing or something. I'll see if I have a bit for that. Yeah, take a look at that. It's a 6 hole screw. Fortunately, I happen to have a 6-bit wing to use. Focus. There we go. I have this set of screwdrivers. It's from iFixit, which is a company that specializes in repairing computers yourself. This is one of the most useful things I've ever bought because it's got so many bizarre size of screws, which you run into more and more often in today's non-repairable world of products. Okay, here we go. We're inside it now. I got that cover off. Just a word of caution when you're entering devices like this. Use the common sense. Some of these things contain high voltage components like capacitors and other things of that nature, which still pose a hazard even if it's not plugged in. So if you don't know what it is, don't handle it, don't touch it, just use the common sense. Well, there's nothing immediately showing up that looks like it would pose for a problem, so I'm going to turn it on and see if I can find out where the problem might be, because the fan doesn't seem to be loose at all, so I don't know what's going on. There's a little switch down here which I thought was going to be an annoying safety feature issue. Excuse me. But I'm not sure what it does because it doesn't seem to matter if it's pressed or not. The unit still runs. My guess is it probably turns off the high voltage contacts for the filters. But anyway, it's running right now, and I don't seem to be hearing the noise. Although, as you can see, the blade is quite off balance. So that could be a potential source of the problem. I think the lower one is the same way. Well, I'm going to let it run for a minute and see if I can get the noise to come back. Otherwise, this is going to be a kind of an annoying job here to try to get this fixed. I have confirmed my theory that that switch does enable or disable the high voltage for the ionization as well as for the filters, but that doesn't do me any good at this point. The unit was making the noise before I took the cover off. It seems to stop at this point, so I'm just been letting it run and let it turn it off and letting it run and turning it off to see if I can find out, or I see if I can make it make the noise again. Right now I'm just having it sit here off, obviously. Looks like it's got a half decent motor in it. Of course, it's some whatever China brand, but looks like a half decent motor at least. I don't know why my video stopped recording for some reason. But anyway, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. Let's try it again. No noise. I don't know. I'm telling you, I really think it sounds like the fans are hitting something, but they're not. I don't know what to do with this stinking thing. I'm going to let it set for a little longer and see if I can get the noise to start up again while I have the cover off. I don't know why it's not making the noise now. That's very irritating. I mean, it's good it's fixed, but I don't know why it's stopped making the noise. The blade, although it's very wobbly on there, is not in fact loose. It was just not built properly, I guess. I don't know. And that's just how it is. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that, but I can't figure out what the problem is. So I'm going to put the cover back on and see what happens. Okay, the cover is back on. Let's switch it on and see what happens. Interesting. I don't hear any noise. Very strange. I can't get it to make the noise again, so I'm just going to put the screws back in and see what happens. I suppose if it starts to make the noise again, I'll have to try to investigate it further, but as of right now, it seems to be working properly. Okay, so I just put the cover back on, and look what I hear. So it's got something to do with the back cover. Only question is, I have no idea what that could possibly be, because the fans are actually attached to the front guard, which is what you see here, and I have not been adjusting that. So the fact that the back guard is causing it to screw up is very strange to me. Interesting how it gets louder when it starts going slower. I can't imagine what that would possibly be. I'm going to take the filters out and just start taking some screws out again and see what happens. I just loosened these 4 screws here. Let's see if that made a difference. Nope. Alright, we try something else. Well, I can't get it quiet with any combination of tightening or loosening the screws. I'll tell you what's really frustrating about this problem is there's absolutely no correlation between a revolution of the motor and noise, so it's got to be something outside of the fans. I just don't know what that could possibly be. I mean, there's only so much in there. These are pretty simple devices, but take a listen here. Does it a couple of times and spin down. It's better than it was before, but it still shouldn't be. I don't know. This will have to be a project for another week because this is all the time I have to work on this today.